everyone, thanks for clicking on the video. Hope you've had a lovely Easter and you had some nice family time and some relaxing and some good food. I certainly did. And thank you very much for all of your support on my previous video. I really wasn't sure how that was going to go down, so I'm very much happy with how you are relating to me, and it really feels that we have got a great community going and building here, because it's the comments on that video made me really realize how many people are watching these videos that are very much on the same journey as me, which was just so nice to hear, because of course I don't know, so it's just lovely to have that feedback. So I appreciate every time that you take a few minutes of your day to write me a comment, and I know it helps other people as well, because the comments definitely do get read. So thank you very much for that. So today we've got some great recipes for you, some completely new foods for you to try. You're going to love all of them. I promise. They are so tasty. We've got some really tasty, full of flavour recipes for you today. So let's jump into this and I'll show you what I ate in a day. See you soon. So this is chocolate and cherries overnight oats. So obviously you start this the day before. So you add your oats to a large mixing bowl. All of the quantities are in the description down below. Add your cocoa powder, your cacao powder, whatever you've got, and some maple syrup as well. So I poured the maple syrup into some plant milk and gave that a good mix so that it combined. Add in the plant milk and also add equal parts water as well. So put this all together and then you just want to give it a good mix, and it will take a couple of minutes for the powder to really mix through with the liquids and also cover all of the oats. So give that a really good mix. And then I added a little bit of flaxseed at the end. It was just a bit of an afterthought. I thought I'd just add some flaxseed in there as well. So then in a large glass, I just made layers of frozen black cherries with the oat mixture. Of course, you could just mix the cherries throughout, do it however you want. And then I topped it with some frozen cherries as well. Covered that with some food wrap, and that just goes into your fridge overnight. Okay, it's breakfast time. So this is actually quite a big portion. I don't think I could eat all of this. Got my coffee. Okay, can I do this one-handed? I love this stuff. It is completely plant-based. It's got a tiny bit of oil in it, but really it's very minimal and you only have a tiny bit at a time anyway. So I'm talking just a little squirt like this. It really isn't, in my mind, going to cause a huge amount of problems. So yeah, this is breakfast. Delicious. So good. Oh my God, that's so good. Let me dig in. My eyes haven't woken up yet. Tired face on YouTube. But all I can tell you is this is like having Black Forest gateau cake. If you like sweet breakfasts and you like cherries, you have to try this. It is really decadent. I'm going to say that's 2 portions. There's no way. There is no way I'm going to eat all of that. Impossible. But I know I've watched other channels that love overnight oats, because obviously there's lots of different ways you can make them. You can make them, you know, obviously this is really rich with lots of chocolate. You can make them obviously really light and fruity with tropical fruits and things like that. So, and I've seen lots of people make them for the whole week, which I thought was quite surprising. Putting them in a big tray of overnight oats, like on a Sunday night, and just spooning it out every morning. So obviously it keeps really well. So I will have half of this now and I will have half of this tomorrow. Got my coffee. Cheers everyone. I'll see you at lunch. So lunch today is jacket spud with creamy vegan coleslaw. So starting with the jacket potato, I actually like to pre-steam my jacket potatoes. I will steam them for about 10 minutes maybe before I put it into the oven. I think it helps it to cook faster and also retain moisture inside. I like it soft inside, but also, you know, crispy on the outside. So that's what I do. So then into the oven again for maybe 40 minutes or so. So to a blender, to make the dressing first, you add your cannellini beans and a clove of garlic. Recipe down in the description below. You add some apple cider vinegar, a tablespoon of that. Half a tablespoon of maple syrup and also a tablespoon of lemon juice. You can use fresh or you can use the bottled stuff, it's fine. Add in water and Dijon mustard and give that a blend, and that's going to make your lovely creamy garlicky dressing. So I normally put this straight into a glass container. I want that out of the blender as soon as possible because it will smell of garlic otherwise. And I clean my blender just by using a bit of lemon and some water, and that does the trick. Helps with the odour, getting rid of the odour. So to make the salad, I used 1/4 of a small red cabbage, and then with that I grated about half of it, which makes very fine pieces, and then I chopped the remaining section just because then I had some more, so it had some different texture, had some chunkier pieces as well as the very fine grated cabbage. I took the dill and I measured it, it was about 1 tablespoon of dill. Obviously just chopped that as well, that's fresh dill. And then I took 2 medium carrots and grated those as well. A very small apple, which I finely sliced. That goes in too. And obviously just mix this together. You can add some salt and pepper if you like that. Obviously omit it if you don't want that. I like salt and pepper on pretty much most things. And this made 2 portions, so I'm putting half in the fridge for tomorrow, and I've got half for now. So have as much dressing as you like. This dressing will keep in your fridge for 5 days. You can also freeze it. So add your dressing and give that a mix, and then you want to grab your jacket potato and just cover it with this delicious, gorgeous coleslaw. It's so fantastic. I added some extra greens on the side, and that was lunch today. Really lovely. For dinner, I made curried lentils with Tenderstem broccoli. So dinner tonight, I'm going to base it around this Tenderstem broccoli and these lentils. I know this is going to be backwards for you guys because I'm filming with my front camera. Obviously lentils are super easy to make from dry, but this recipe is going to sort of show you like a really quick way to put together a dinner for when you're having a lazy day, basically. So using the lentils that are already cooked, these are in a sachet, you can get them in cans and tins and stuff as well. And I fairly recently discovered these fire roasted peppers in a jar, and I thought they would definitely have oil in them, but they don't. The ingredients are just red pepper, water, wine, vinegar, and it has got a bit of sugar and salt in there as well. I'm sure that helps to preserve it and give it a nice flavour. But I'm going to be using these 3 things to put together some dinner, so I'll show you what I'm going to make. The recipe is linked down below, but I'm also going to use some chili flakes and curry powder. I've got some more of those spring onions, love those, balsamic, maple syrup, some ginger and garlic, and just some salad leaves as well. So let's put this together. So into a large pan, I just quickly boiled the broccoli, probably just 4 or 5 minutes, something like that. You just want it just cooked. I took those spring onions and I chopped those quite finely. Minced the garlic, 2 cloves. And I just set the broccoli to the side once it was done, drained it of course. Took my ginger and finely sliced that. Then added the onions, the ginger into a large pan with the curry powder and those crushed chilies, and kind of just toasted that for a couple of minutes, maybe 2-3 minutes. That sort of releases the aromatics, and then I added a tiny bit of water. I chose to use the water from the pepper jar, but of course any water is going to be fine, or stock. Gave that a good mix for another minute or so, and then I added in the lentils with a splash of water just so that they could really start to cook. And then the flavours will really get sort of combined throughout. Added in balsamic vinegar and maple syrup as well. Kept mixing this, moving it around on the heat. This is like a medium-high heat. Added some pepper, of course. And then I added the sliced red peppers. Mix that through. Obviously they're already cooked, they're fine. Another big handful of greens, and then I just plopped this all on the top and served it with the Tenderstem broccoli. Super fast and very tasty. And then you have a really delicious meal in 10 minutes. Really packed with flavour, really easy, and yeah, why not give it a try? Tell me what you think.